Once upon a time, in the country of Ekizen, there was the person called Nyemanhara. There were a wife and the 2-year-old boy and one young maid in a house. Nyeman will go to Kyoto by work once. He said to his wife, "I thought that it took 2 months until I came back." I said, saying it was saying I engaged a child well as and went out. As Madam had bad precaution only in young maids, I decided to have you already come to one, an old maid. However, an old maid was awfully thin, and seemed to let the throat sometimes clog up, cough. How are you feeling? Even if Madam asks anxiously, yes, I just have a cough, except it I have nothing wrong. Therefore I decided her to accept unwillingly. It's a late at night, about 3 days past, when Nyeman went out. Madam woke up because of cough of a maid. Oh, dear, dear. What shall I do with her? I can be hardly to sleep. Madam was irritated. A voice to have a coughing fit turned into a painful groan before long. What's going on? Madam turned on a light and opened the sliding paper door of the room where maids sleep. Then there is round thing under the screen of the pillow and moves around. What is that? She wondered and brought a light close. Thereupon it was a head of an old maid. Only the neck lengthens like a string as for the body is in futon. And the head groaning strangely roll over around. ROKURO-KUBI. Madam was almost scream. She endured still it as she must not wake up a child. And she saw a head quietly once again. An old maid climbs the screen of the pillow smoothly like a snake with the scary face closing eyes. Madam was going to wake up another young maid somehow. But she sleep well without noticing in such a thing. The head of ROKURO-KUBI, which at last it climbed top of the screen, soon fell into the other side. An intense groan sounded immediately. And only the long neck, which is full of wrinkles, shakes on a screen to and fro. Madam couldn't stand the terror, so she ran away from the room to the side of the child. She cannot stop trembling by the fear of it. Madam, what is the matter with you? Maybe the young maid noticed a noise. She came out of the room, rubbed against eyes. Madam pointed to the room of maids in silence. Then an old maid got up. Her neck restoration to before. Madam, was there anything? An old maid asked Madam without knowing that it was caused by herself. Oh, no. It is you awfully groaned. She was barely enough to say so. I'm sorry. Wake everybody up. The old maid came back to her room as if nothing happened. Then a wife is scared and cannot sleep even if I become quiet. The next morning, Madam dismissed the old maid because of other reasons without anything saying yesterday. The old person called the person who did not know oneself ROKURO-KUBI somnambulism. It is said that this somnambulism may move from a person to another person like a true disease.